Blessed morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I'm starting things off today in the Hobbit kitchen, making my take on Japanese milk bread. Now, I'm going to split the batch into two and do one sweet and one savory. The savory one will go with a wonton soup dish I'll be making tonight for dinner. Here are my ingredients. So I've got my starter here. I've got some vanilla and some natural almond extract, sea salt, egg, butter, yeast, sugar, milk, and flour, of course. Now, I cheat a little, and this is a good tip for anybody that hates kneading dough or whose home is uneven temperatures and you can't get that correct temperature in the room to actually rise dough properly. I utilize a bread machine. I don't use the bake setting on it. I just set it to make the dough for me so that all my ingredients get mixed and get all their rises in properly, and then when it's done, I do whatever I need to do with the dough and I give it one additional rise before baking. It's a hell of a time saver. A good bread machine can mix your dough and rise it for you properly in about an hour and a half. Really, really good time-saving hack. Just thought I'd share. Anyway, on to the bread. First step, putting all the liquid ingredients in. My starter. And I'm going to need a spatula. I've got 3/4 of a cup of milk, room temperature, 1 egg, not one for measuring extracts, but I am going to use a little splash of pure almond extract because it will give the breads a really unique flavor. Just a couple drops there. And some pure vanilla extract. Now for the dry ingredients. 2½ cups of flour, 3½ tablespoons of granulated white sugar. Alright, so I'm a total asshole, and in with the liquid ingredients in the bottom, I was supposed to put 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, so I'm going to slice this up and slide it down to the bottom with the liquid ingredients. Still can't believe I did that. I have never missed a step before, but there's a first time for everything. So I have got my 4 tablespoons of small cubed up room temperature butter in there now. Continuing on, I'm going to add a pinch of Alaskan Red Hawaiian sea salt, and I am adding 2 teaspoons of yeast, also at room temperature. Now that I have all of the ingredients in my bread machine, I'm going to put this container inside it, turn it on, and let it make the dough. I'll be back later to show you what I'm going to add to it when the dough is ready. Gotta find the piece. It's in there somewhere. This is my first time making Japanese milk bread. The dough is very sticky, and honestly, I couldn't be more excited. So I'm going to split this dough in half here, and I'm going to put half of it aside to make a sweet version with crushed up Butterfingers. The first one is going to be my plain savory milk bread to go with the wonton soup tonight. So I'm just going to roll it out here. Now, apparently it's optional to add chestnuts or hazelnuts chopped up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it plain because this is my first attempt at milk bread, and I want to see what it's like by itself. So I'm supposed to roll it out here and then roll it up and let it rise one more time. So that looks good. And now, this one is ready to sit in the pan for its last rise. There. Now it's shaped right. Don't let the size of the pan fool you. I've read that these breads rise quite a bit as they bake, so I do want to make sure it has plenty of room. Now on to the sweet. Each of these will bake at 350 degrees for 32 to 35 minutes on the middle low rack. So I'm going to roll this other half of the dough out, and then I'm going to crush up these miniature Butterfingers, and I'm going to sprinkle them in the center and roll that up, just to see how it comes out. I've crushed up my Butterfinger bars and rolled out the dough. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of this right in the middle here. Just try my best to push it in after so it's not directly on the edges. I love peanut butter. I love Butterfinger bars. So I'm thinking this will be a nice sweet combo in the milk bread. Plus, I love experimenting with recipes. I don't like to follow them. I'll find something that sounds interesting, and then I will completely change it up and make it my own, because where's the fun in being boring? Roll this one up. I'm really liking the texture of this dough. It is so light and fluffy. I have a feeling this is going to be really amazing bread when it's all done. All right, so now that I got this one situated, just fold over the ends here, and I'm going to get a pan for this one. Get these little bits away here. While the oven preheats, I've got both loaves set up in front of it to do their last rise. I'm going to cover them up with a towel and let them do its thing for about 20 minutes or so. Now that I've shaped both breads, I've got them on top of the oven while it heats up, and I'm going to cover them with a towel and let them do one final rise for about 20 minutes.